Okay, this one's really cool. This is all about how to split your projection mapping. So a split allows you to actually project onto a three-dimensional surface. So let's take this square box, or my two drawers, but let's say you have a square box on stage, or a room. Let's say you have a physical square cube with performers coming in and out of that room with a single projector. If you have the right angle of the room, of course, you can actually create a split to do things like this and illuminate both sides perfectly here on that projector. Don't mind my sloppy projection mapping in the corner, but that's something very, very simple you can do, and you can do another effect like this, and it's all one graphic on two different surfaces. In reality, it's not. It's only one surface, but you put a split in between so you can control those mapping points a little bit easier. Let me show you how to do that right now. All right, so let me show you how to do a split. And basically, you're going to go into settings. You're going to go into your split that I've just made, and I'm going to show you what the final product looks like. If I hit grid, this is exactly what you want it to end up to be. You want it to have one surface that comes from here and turns and covers both sides of that, okay? So let's copy what we did right now. We're going to make a new surface with our projector, okay? If we hit the grid, we are definitely very bright there. We're going to add a split. Now we have, let's turn that off so I don't get blinded. We have, what is it, 1280. So just for examples now, we're going to go somewhere in the middle. You can see our line moving back and forth right here. Watch this screen right here. You can see a line, a dotted line moving. It's dead center right now. Now it goes to the right. Now it goes to the left. That's going to be your split. Okay. So let's put it dead center just for now. All right. Hit enter or add split. Sorry. Click add split. Now you can see A1 and B1. Okay. Once again, one projector only, two different sides. We're going to bring the grid up, and we're going to bring this down over here. Can we invert this? Yes, we can. Okay. I always do it this way, but also you can click invert, which will allow the grid to be black with white lines instead of white with black lines. It may be easier depending on what your backdrop is. In my case, I want to make sure that it's white so I can see the nice bright surface that I'm moving around. And we're going to try to bring all of those and capture both sides of that cube. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to bring the left side down first, bringing it right to about there. I'm not going to try to be perfect with this today. Just want to give you an idea. Okay, and we're going to bring this one down about there, and then this one's going to come down to the center. What I try to do is I try to move all of them a little bit at a time. I don't try to perfect each pin, because when you move the next pin, it'll change the angle. So I try to get them all pretty close to where I want, and then I fine-tune them towards the end. All right, so that's in there like that. All right. Now we're going to, I'm going to put this one right where it needs to go, which is right about there. And this point right here, I'm going to try to put that one right there as well. And you can see I'm moving that around. I find that line and I bring it right to the top. And that is pretty spot on where it needs to be. If I go up higher there, I'm going too high. And I can get it right in there like that. And I can raise this up just slightly. Sweet. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that this line, our split, actually separates. I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not, but I don't want my center of my screen to be over here. I want my center of my screen to be right there. So that's the center. We're going to slide that line over until A1 is on this side and B1 is on this side. Okay, we're going to put that right there. As you can see, there is my split right on that line right there, or at least really close to it. It's hard to tell with the low quality that I have it at the moment. All right, so we've just created a split. We're going to call this new split, and in this case we can now send a single image to both sides of that graphic. So let's take our American flag, and we can call it new split, and we fire that. You can see the American flag is on both sides of that split. That is so cool. And I mean, there's a million reasons why you want to do this. If your stage has prosceniums out of square boxes, you could split both sides of the proscenium so you get both corners physically projection mapped around. Once again, very, very cool to do. We're going to go even further right now.